A century ago, people from all over the region would flock to Escondido for the annual Grape Day Harvest Festival. It was a small town then.
Now it's one of the largest cities in San Diego County, and the people who live there are very optimistic about the future. I got the chance to explore Escondido then and now.
At Duart Shoe Repair, they've been hammering, sanding, and polishing in the same Escondido store along Broadway for the past 60 years.
I have good customers, so I'm happy.
Lucia Capuano's father learned the art of shoemaking in Italy. He's the man behind those famous boots Roy Rogers wore in the movies. All these decades later, we asked Lucia what she enjoys the most.
My customers.
Yeah.
And just coming in here, I get a lot of tie-ins, I get all kinds, and I enjoy just talking to the customers.
The people. That's what we heard time and time again when we spoke with business owners in Escondido.
It really is the customers who built this business.
Mark Mendoza runs Kennedy's Meat Company.
At the heart of it, of this business, it's always been about people for us.
Mendoza's grandfather started the company back in the 70s.
There's always been a lot of support here. It's one of our favorite things about living here.
Inside Kennedy's, you can see a little piece of Escondido's history on the walls.
We're looking at Grand Avenue in Escondido, 1949.
People started arriving in Escondido a half-century earlier when the railroad arrived. Here's the old Santa Fe station then, in the 90s, and now. The late beloved News 8 reporter Larry Himmel looked back at Escondido's beginnings in this story from 1994.
Beecher Hinman was born here in 1915. He comes from one of the first families in Escondido.
And this is Grand Avenue, and that's the old Escondido Hotel.
Another major event that brought people to Escondido in the early 1900s was the annual Grape Day Festival.
The lure of free grapes, coupled with the sunshine and clean country air, brought people here by the thousands.
By the 30s, it was second only to the Rose Parade for attracting people to a single event.
The Grape Day Festival faded in the 50s, but by then Escondido had been discovered. The population boomed in the subsequent decades.
Yes, the future was certainly looking bright here, and by the mid-80s, Escondido was ready to welcome, or not welcome, a new mall. It was known as the North County Fair Mall, and it opened in 1986 after voters rejected it 3 times. It was so controversial, even the mall goers weren't sure how long this place would last.
I think the novelty will wear off, and people go back to where they always have been, unless there are unusual attractions here, which I haven't seen yet.
News 8 reporter Don Fratangelo highlighted the mall's allure.
For the first week or so, it seemed this was a big open market to explore. Now it seems shoppers are more acquainted, and they're spending money.
It certainly, at that time, was controversial.
We spoke to Escondido Chamber of Commerce CEO J.R. Roten about what's changed at the now Westfield North County Mall, where anchor stores like Sears and Nordstrom have recently pulled out.
There's big plans. I know the city is working on things that are going to happen. And
Roten says Escondido is the #2 generator of sales tax in San Diego County.
There's a lot of strength here in this community. Escondido's got land, we've got opportunity, and we've got a very proactive city government here.
And the growth here,
I will call you back.
is keeping Lucia busy.
And the new apartments, they're building all over, so it should get better.
So you're optimistic for the future here?
Yes, I am.
More shoes, a lot more shoes coming your way.
Yes, more shoes.
Over at Kennedy's, they needed to move into a larger store a few years ago.
We're now in a 5,000 square foot facility because we wanted to reinvest in Escondido. Aside from reinvesting here because we see a lot of growth and a lot going on with the city.
Charlie Hamill, a Kennedy's regular, has been living in Escondido since 1979.
I think it's an up-and-coming place.
Charlie is a sucker for Kennedy's burgundy flap, suggesting we give it a try.
Ooh, that is really good.
Good food, good people, and a strong sense of community here in Escondido. It's what's attracting younger families and why longtime residents don't plan on leaving.
I probably wind up being buried here, you know?